live stream last night. Initially, it was just a regular fan interaction session. Warm lights and gentle background music. Sukai wore a simple white shirt and responded to comments with a smile. No one expected that this quiet night would become an unforgettable scene in the hearts of countless people. Near the end of the live stream, Sukai's voice suddenly choked up. He lowered his head and gently wiped away the tears at the corners of his eyes. The comments across the entire platform exploded immediately. Why is Sukai crying? What happened? Oh my god, this is the first time I've seen him cry in so many years. He remained silent for a long time, as if conversing with his inner struggles. Finally, he lifted his head and spoke in a trembling voice words that set the entire social media ablaze. I think today is the time to tell you all about the person in my heart. Sukai, the young man with a radiant smile in the eyes of the outside world, has a bright future. There are many hidden stories behind that cannot be told to the public. He has been involved in numerous scandals since his debut, but he has never personally admitted to any of his relationships. The media has challenged him time and again, but he has skillfully navigated through them each time. A reporter even directly asked who the person he likes the most right now is. He just smiled and said that there are many things he likes but he can't say them all. Fans thought this was a common protective tactic used by idols, but they didn't know that behind it were years of endurance and self-restraint. In the entertainment industry, love is sometimes a luxury. Going public can mean losing resources, collapsing one's image, and even losing fans. Especially when you're in the developing stage of your career, all these risks are even more dangerous. But last night, Sukai chose to break all the chains. The atmosphere in the live stream room seemed to freeze. Fans held their breath, waiting for that name to appear. Sukai took a deep breath. The corners of his mouth curved into an extremely gentle smile. It was a smile he had never shown on screen. She is very special. She has been by my side since I was in my worst phase. There were times when I was filming 24/7, barely sleeping, and she would stay up late waiting for me just to hear me say I'm home. At this moment, a barrage of comments flooded with questions like who is it? He paused, and finally uttered the shocking name. SongYun. The story of the two began 5 years ago. At that time, Sukai had just risen to fame with a period drama. The media continuously poured in, with a packed work schedule. He met SongYun at a chance party. That evening, SongYun wore a light green dress, with a faint smile, but it was like a glimmer of light illuminating a corner of his heart. Initially, they were just friends, occasionally listening to music together, chatting about movies, discussing trivial life matters. But gradually, he found himself looking forward to hearing from SongYun. Even a simple good morning greeting could make him smile all day. More importantly, SongYun was the only one who could calmly tell him that it's okay. She was there when he was at his most embarrassed. In fact, Sukai had wanted to go public with this relationship last year, but his team's stance was clear. They did not encourage him to consider his image. Today's fan community is very sensitive. Going public could bring unpredictable risks. Faced with these discussions, he remained silent. In that moment, he even wondered if he was too selfish by keeping SongYun in this invisible relationship. SongYun never urged him, but quietly stood behind him on every holiday and important day. Some say such love is humble, but Sukai knows this is how SongYun protects him, a silent yet passionate protection. Last night, he finally couldn't hold back anymore. When a fan asked who the most important person in his heart is, he could no longer pretend to be indifferent. Tears flowed endlessly. It wasn't sadness, but the release of emotions suppressed for too long. He said, "If I don't tell SongYun, will she always have to follow me from behind the scenes? I don't want this." His tears made countless fans shed tears as well. Some collapsed and typed lines like "No, my boy," while others sincerely wished the one he loves happiness and not to kidnap him. After the live stream, the topic of Sukai's public relationship immediately became a hot search trend. The comment section was lively with fans' messages. Idols are also human and have the right to love. Seeing him happy makes us feel at ease. He deserves to be loved so deeply. Loving others is also worthwhile, but there are also fans who cannot accept it and choose to unfollow me. I've chased him for 7 years. This moment feels like a heartbreak. He is not mine alone. This heartbreaking feeling appears every time a celebrity's relationship goes public, but Sukai seems prepared to face it. After going public, Sukai posted a short status, "Thank you for being by my side all these years. I will spend the rest of my life protecting you." No flowery words or elaborate embellishments, but it was like a powerful punch to everyone's hearts. Some in the industry lamented how much courage it takes to say such words in this entertainment-dominated era. In the vast world of fame and fortune in the entertainment industry, an idol's identity is often a bondage. They are required to be perfect, radiant, and perfect forever, while love, especially public love, is almost always. Sukai is very clear about this. He knows that if he chooses to go public, it's like placing a burden on his career. He might lose some loyal fans, his commercial value might be re-evaluated by brands, and he could even be thrust to the forefront of public opinion overnight. But he still chose this path because, according to him, true love and idol status are not conflict. As long as he faces the audience with sincerity, he can find a balance between the two. He doesn't want to be a perfect idol under the stage lights, but a lonely person in reality. He hopes fans can see the real him, the one who gets tired, struggles, and cries. He will also have the courage to risk everything for love. He understands that some fans may not accept it, but he also believes that time will prove that this sincerity is not a performance, but the most genuine choice in his life. After that night's live stream, the scene of Sukai stepping out of the building was captured by many media outlets and passers-by. The gentle night, and the street lights illuminating him and his figure like a serene oil painting. He didn't intentionally avoid the cameras, nor did he let go of SongYun's hand he was holding. It was a resolute gesture, as if declaring to everyone that this is the person I love and I will no longer hide. Previously, he was used to answering every question from the outside world with a smile and using silence to protect his private world, but at this moment, his smile was genuine, relieved, and at ease from the heart after removing all disguises. He walked beside SongYun without the aura of a star. No elaborate makeup, even a bit shy, SongYun lowered her head but held his hand tightly. It was the feeling of peace after a long wait. The two finally could walk side by side under the same sun. For fans, this scene might be like a knife cutting through the bubble of fantasy, but over time, they may realize that this true love doesn't make Sukai feel distant, but makes him more human and three-dimensional. Because idols are not just high-end lights and shadows, they are also men who can touch hearts, protect, and fulfill their promises with actions. Thank you for reading this article. If you are also moved by this story, please subscribe to our channel and leave a message in the comments. Do you support it or feel reluctant?